Well, good evening. It's Jerry Hardesty here in my studio in Salt Lake City, Utah, and welcome to my show, which is From My Studio to Your Walls, my summer sale. I'm going to relax here just a moment, make sure I've got some things right, like I'd like to do. And while people are gathering, I hope they're gathering, while people are gathering to watch the show, I would suggest that for those of you who are on Instagram, by the way, I'm broadcasting through Instagram as well as Facebook. But for those of you who are on Instagram, I would suggest that you go to my profile, and in the links, there will be a link to the landing page where you can. I would suggest you open that landing page, and for those of you who are on Facebook, you can see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But I would suggest that you go to that link, open that landing page in a separate browser so that you can follow along. And say, for instance, if you see something that you like, you could very, very quickly hit that buy now button, which I hope you do. I encourage you to do that. In the meantime, like I say, I'm just making sure that some things are right. I'm in my very, very small studio room here in Salt Lake City in my home. And as you can see, it's a typical studio. You can see all my paint and all that kind of stuff in the background. Um, Things hanging from the door, whatever. Anyway, how's your Tuesday been? How was your 4th of July? Hope everyone was safe. And anyway, like I said, I'm going to step out of the frame so you can't see me for a little bit. Hopefully, people will gather. You can look at this fine picture hanging on the wall back there. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but anyway, you get the idea. So, it's going to get warm in here. I'm going to turn on the fan. Hope it's not too annoying. If you looked at that landing page prior to this evening, you might notice that I had to make some changes. Typical artist, at the last minute changes. I had to make some changes because I couldn't find some of the paintings that I had included in that first landing page. So I had to delete those and add some new ones. So there's some new ones in there that you may not have seen. At any rate, hope you're not disappointed by what the new ones that I've added. So let's see. It's been a couple of minutes, so I think that I will just go right ahead and get started. And like I say, there is a landing page. Open it in a separate browser so you can kind of follow along. It has some information on that landing page, the price and the former price. Most of the paintings in this particular show for this sale, most of them are about a 50% discount, which is quite a discount. Some of them I'm almost giving them away, but there's a few that are framed. So there are some that are on canvas. There are some that are on stretched canvas. There are some on paper, which I've recently gone to, and I've gone to that because paper is less expensive, and it's less expensive to ship because you can just roll it up and ship it. So ship it in a tube. So that's much less expensive to ship, like I said. Anyway, the very first painting that I'm going to show you is called, and I got to remember this, it's called Kaito. Kaito is Japanese for soar. So I hope we're soaring this evening. I hope you're getting a good look at that. Look at this painting. It's in oil. It's on canvas. The sides are painted black. It will be ready to hang if this is something that you really, really like and would like to purchase. Okay, I don't know who else is on here. Oh, my wife. Hi, Pam. Anyway, this is Kaito. Kaito. It's 24 by 24 inches on canvas. The next painting is it's a small one. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera here so that you can see it just a little bit better. But it's 11 by 14 inches. It's acrylic, and it is on canvas. The sides are painted red, which I rarely do. I usually paint them black, but this particular one is red. This one is called Licum Ret. So like red, if you want to translate. This particular piece is, I should have told you about Kaito. If I can back up, if that's all right with you. Hey, I'm in charge here. No. If I back up, the first piece that I showed you is Kaito. The regular price was $14.40 and the sale price is 50% off, so it's $720. This one is a little bit smaller, obviously. The regular price is $460, so the sale price is 50% or $230. A nice little piece, very colorful, and it has some nice texture in it as well. So, the third piece I'm going to show you is green. I rarely do green, but I did for this one, and it's a small one as well. It's 12 by 12 inches. It's called Out of Obscurity. Out of Obscurity. And the regular price on Out of Obscurity is $400. It's on sale for $250. Not quite the 50% off. So, but it's a nice piece, 12 by 12. The sides of this one are painted blue. And it is canvas. It's acrylic on canvas. Love this little piece. Always love this little piece. The next one is a little bit larger. Got to figure out how I'm going to show it to you. Okay, got it. And this one is called Rhythm of the Paint. Rhythm of the Paint. It is rarely $1,800, half price for $900. Let's see. I probably need to adjust this just a little bit down. And I'm going to back up so you get a better view of the entire painting. It's 30 by 40 inches. Like I say, 1,800. And it is oil on canvas. Sides are painted black. It'd be a nice piece over a headboard or a nice piece over your couch. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to match the couch. It doesn't have to match the couch. So anyway, Rhythm of the Paint. Next is another small one. This one is called Color Think. Color Think. Colorful little piece. Color Think. It is 8 by 8 inches on canvas. It is acrylic with, I believe I used cold wax. No, it would be oil and cold wax on this particular piece. Sides are painted black. And this particular piece, gotta look. Oh, there it is right there. The regular price is, I don't have a regular price on there. No, the standard price is $175. I'm offering it for $125. So 8 by 8 for this small piece. You know, this is a great way to start a collection. If you haven't already started a collection, this is a great way. Start with a small piece that's colorful and that you possibly like. Don't purchase something that you don't like. I wouldn't want you to do that. And by the way, I have a number of paintings in my inventory, and you know what? I would really love to have them on your wall instead of in my storage. So, again, color think, 125. And that's not a bad price. I'm actually almost giving that particular piece away. Okay, moving on. The next one is a big one again. So this one is called Sunset. Sunset is on canvas. It's 30 by 40 inches. And the regular price is $1,800. I'm offering it for $900. It's oil on canvas. Doesn't that look like a marvelous sunset? I just love this piece because it's it is a nice piece. $900 for Sunset. All right, moving on. Next, it's not too big. This one is 24 by 30, and you can see the title right there in the piece itself. It's called Kanton. Kanton, and Kanton is Japanese for chaos. And there's a lot going on. I don't know that it's chaotic, but there's a lot going on in this piece. You can see more of the detail as I get closer to the camera. And Kanton, the regular price is $14.40. Sale price is $720. Kanton. Following Kanton is one that is black and white. I really like black and white paintings, and if you've listened to me before, you probably already know that I do like black and white. I think they're strong, but they are at the same time of being strong, they're simplistic because you're only using a couple colors of pigment. On this particular piece, I have some red that is actually, let me show it to you just a little bit closer. Let me get to that. Red is actually a collage piece, and it kind of makes it pop. So this is called gestural expressionism. Gestural expressionism. Very nice piece. This is particularly a little bit heavy because it's on a panel, stapled to a panel. Now, if I were to sell this, and by the way, let me tell you, the standard price for gestural expressionism is $1,800, but the sale price is 50% off, so it's $900. But if I were to sell this to you, and you didn't want to pay shipping for the heaviness of this panel, I would unstaple it from the panel and roll it and ship it to you in a tube so that then you could have it stretched on stretchers or however you would want to take care of it. Gestural expressionism. Back to a small one. Back to a small one. It is called Enough Already. And it is acrylic. It's on a panel, but these small panels, They're not that expensive to ship as the large panels, obviously. This is 8 by 8 inches. The regular price is $200, and the sale price is $125 for this small piece. Again, a great way to start a collection is with small pieces. Enough already. That followed that one. Oops, I'm getting out of line here. I want to show you back here. This is called Improv on a Blue Note. Improv on a Blue Note. And I can take it down and make it closer to you, perhaps, which might be a good idea. Bring it. It's on paper. It is acrylic, and it is one of my favorite pieces. I just love this piece. Let me back up so you can get an idea of it. Now, with a piece like this, obviously, I've had this taped up, and I kind of taped a border around it. So when it is framed, obviously it would have to be framed because it's on paper, so it would have to be framed. And I have some suggestions on that, but I'll show you another piece later in the show that I've had framed, and it was matted on foam core and then put in a floater frame, a black floater frame. So obviously these white borders would be trimmed so that you're only going to see the image itself. So this one is, again, it is Improv on a Blue Note, and Improv on a Blue Note is regularly $1,600. The price, 50% off, $800 for this particular piece. Great piece on paper. I got some more back there. We'll get to those in a minute. All right, following Improv on a Blue Note is another small one. So I had several small ones because you should have no excuse not to be able to purchase a small one. This one is called Flight. Oh, it's kind of hard to see in this light. Let me get it over here. That better? For some, that's better. For some, it may not be better. But Flight, it's just kind of it's an 8x8, again, on panel. And it is ready to hang, wired, ready to hang, as most of these will be, except for the ones that, for instance, that on paper. So this is a nice little piece as well. You might want to think about pairing this up with something else to make it go just a little bit better, or so it won't be, kind of there on the wall. Now I've got two that I want to kind of show together because they're both black and white. They're both framed in floater frames. You can see here and here. Whoops. Here you can see the composition there. And here's the first one. So both are they're square foot. I call them square foot paintings. 12. No, this was 12. This was 13. It doesn't really matter. Both square foot in floater frames, ready to hang. And they make a great pair to hang on the wall. Say, for instance, side by side, or one over the other, or staggered. You get the right idea. Anyway, each one of these, the regular price is $250. Each one is $200. So think about purchasing those as a pair to create a nice display on your wall. I wish I had the ability to answer questions as we go along, but unfortunately, I don't have that ability. It doesn't show up on the Facebook feed that I'm doing, and so forth. All right, I have another paper. I showed this the other day on my on another sale that I did earlier. I don't know. Was it last week? It had to be last week. This is called what is it called? This is called Echo 2. Echo 2. And Echo 2, the regular price for this is $800. I'm charging $275. You can't go wrong with that. It's on paper. Actually, it's canvas paper rather than just a heavy watercolor paper. So it's a nice piece. And especially for $275, you can't go wrong. Again, this would have to be framed. It wouldn't have to be trimmed like the first piece paper one that I showed you. But this could easily be mounted onto foam core and then slipped into a frame, or it could just be framed. It'd be very nice in a black frame. Again, Echo 2 for $275. Aha. One of my favorites, Busking. Busking, that's this one on paper. And busking is pretty big because it's 25 inches wide and 40 inches in vertical. Busking is, again, one that is, let me get it down here so you can get a closer look at it. At it. Whatever. Busking. By the way, all these paper ones that I'm showing you, they were painted this year, since the beginning of the year. So this is busking. Now look at the detail as I get closer to you. Look at the detail, some of the detail of this particular piece. By the way, busking is, the standard price is $15.60. The sale price is $780. Again, this can be rolled, shipped very, very inexpensively to you, since you're paying the shipping. So it would not, you're paying mostly for just the painting itself. Again, you see it's got trim around it. They would have to be trimmed and mounted on foam core and then put into a frame. So that's busking. $780 for busking. The next one is called Sopresa, Sopresa. Sopresa, Sopresa. Sopresa means surprise. Now, I don't know that there's any surprise here, but oh, by the way, Sopresa, Sopresa has a twin, but the twin has already been claimed. So there's just the one. It's got a, by the way, it is on panel, but it's not a large painting, so it wouldn't be that difficult to ship. But it also has a resin coating on the top, so it's very durable. So Sopresa, Sopresa is the standard price is $800. Sale price is $500, and the size is about approximately 17 inches by 17 inches. It's an odd size. Alrighty. By the way, I said I can't take questions, but if you want to text me or send me a question on Facebook or Instagram, message me direct, please do, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. The next one is another small one. It's framed. It is called Chuso 7. Chuso. It's another Japanese word, and I couldn't find the translation for it. But it is back to kind of a teal. two-tone teal. Love the little piece. The little piece is, the original price is $225 for this. Oh, I've got the meaning there. Chuso is Japanese for slander. I don't know why I picked that when it's slander. That's kind of a negative title. And I certainly don't mean to be negative. But anyway, the regular price is $225, sale price is $175. Nicely framed, ready to ship, ready to hang. It's wired. And next, at the beginning of the Russian invasion of the Ukraine, I found it very distressing, but I also found it, I was addicted to the TV. And so I kind of did a series of several different paintings about, standing with Ukraine. And in fact, the title of this piece is Stand with Ukraine. The background is white. It's painted white. It's not just the white canvas. I actually painted it white. I believe it is. At any rate, it is canvas. Sides are left white, specifically to go with the piece. And it is 18 inches by 24 inches. The regular price is $1,080. Sale price is $540. So Stand with Ukraine. It's kind of my protest. This series is my protest of the war in Ukraine. And like I said, man, I was addicted to the news coverage of the invasion. And I found it quite interesting that the news commentators, I was very impressed with how they covered the war and are still covering the war in Ukraine. Again, that was Stand with Ukraine at $540. Following that is a Simic Screen. A Simic Screen. Again, this is in protest to the invasion of the Ukraine by Russia. The Simic Screen is 20 by 20 inches, perfect square. It is on canvas. Sides are painted black to match the whole painting. A Simic Screen. If you don't know what a Simic is, you might get a better understanding if you actually look it up. But what I say, it is a Simic writing, like something that is illegible. You can't really read it, but it has a hidden meaning, so to speak. So my scream, or my Simic Scream, is kind of, again, that protest of the war, the invasion of the Ukraine. A Simic Scream. Did I tell you how much this is? Oh, normally it's $1,100. Sale price on a Simic Screen is $550. Okay. Now the next, I want to do two pieces at once, and that's because they're sisters, so to speak, or brothers, or however you want to look at it. Each one is 8 by 8 inches, and each one is in a floater frame, a black floater frame. Say that real fast 3 times. And they were painted these two canvases were painted at the same time, side by side. So when I would put one color on one canvas, then I put that same color on the other canvas in about the same area. So you get the idea. So they're called mini quid 70 and 71, and each mini quid, the standard price is $225, and you can have each one for $175. Again, they're small, so they wouldn't be that expensive to. Let me need to back up so you can see my head. Wouldn't be that expensive to ship. So, mini quid 70 and 71, $175. $5 each. Aha! Now, this next one is back to the paper. Oops. I'm tripping over my stuff. Back to the paper. I'm going to have to take it down because it is not high enough for you to see put up here. This one is called, gotta refresh my memory. This one is called Beyond the Buzz. And Beyond the Buzz, it's kind of like that one that I showed you earlier, Chaos. Kanton, Chaos. There's a lot of texture and a lot of buzz going on in this particular piece. The piece is 36 by 36. It's on paper. Again, you would have to have this framed. But again, it would be inexpensive to ship. This is my latest. I say this is my latest painting, and my latest painting is usually my favorite painting. So this is my favorite. This really is one of my favorite paintings. I have another one that's as good as this, that I like as well. But between this one and the very last piece that I'm going to show you today is also a nice piece. Okay, what did I say? Beyond the Buzz. The standard price is $1,945. I'm offering it to you today for $900. Beyond the Buzz. Beyond the Buzz. I love that piece. You keeping up? I hope so. All right, I've got one here that is that's kind of a fun piece. You know how I said I like black and white? Here's a black and white one. I call this Switch Black. Switch Black. And Switch Black was painted several years ago, actually. Created several years ago. It's on canvas. And you can see it here. It is 20 by 20 inches. Normally $1,100. The sale price is half that, $550. So this is a fun piece as well. You know, this one would go well with those two black and white ones that I showed you earlier. Let me show you what I mean. See, you could actually make kind of a trio to the two black and white ones, side or one above the other, along the side of Switch Black. What do you think? Use your imagination. Use your imagination, but do not purchase anything you don't like. That's my number one rule here. I don't want you to. So anyway, what did I say? Switch Black. $1,100 normally. $550 sale price. All right, we're going back to a little bit larger one. And this one is called Seeking Light. Seeking Light. It's a fun piece. Love it. It's in oil. I kind of go back and forth between oil and acrylic and paper and canvas and panel. But anyway, Seeking Light is 36 inches by 30. So it's 36 inches vertical and 30 across. The normal price is $1,620. Sale price would be $810. Yeah, $810. So Seeking Light. I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room, folks. I have to put that there for now. Next one is another big one, 30 by 40. And this one is called Light Breaks. Light Breaks. Again, Light Breaks is 30 by 40. and it would be the same as the previous one. Yes, the regular price is $1,800. Sale price would be $900. Light bricks. It's on canvas. Sides are painted black, and it would be ready to hang in your home or even in your office. Aha! It's back to the paper. Back to the paper, and this is the last of the ones that I've got hanging that are paper. This one is called the Simic Musing. The Simic Musing. You see all the Simic writing on this? So musing is kind of my wandering around. Or actually, am I got this right? Well, I'm going to let it go for now. But a Simic Musing is the regular price is $1,800. Sale price is $765. You see all that detail and all those marks. I love making marks. It's fun. Another paper piece that can be rolled and shipped very inexpensively, but again, like the other paper pieces, it would have to be framed. Okay, we're getting close to the end of this. This is going pretty fast, actually. Aha. The next one is Song of Stimulation. Song of Stimulation. And it is 24 by 36 on canvas. It's very colorful, which I like. I like color. I also like marks. When I originally painted this, I painted had some white black marks all around. And somebody made a comment that, hey, they really liked the painting, but they didn't like the black marks. So guess what? I painted over those black marks, so you no longer see them. So it's a fun piece. Like I said, 24 by 36, Song of Stimulation. And this particular piece, the regular price is $1,800. On sale for $900. Song of Stimulation. All right, here comes the piece de resistance that I really, is that not really? Like. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Look at that. It's got beautiful colors. It's got a Simic writing. It's got everything. And it's on paper. It's mounted on paper, or it is on paper, I'm sorry. Acrylic paint on paper and mounted on foam core and slipped into a floater frame. Love it. My very favorite piece. Right here. That one next to, what was the other one? Let's see, Beyond the Buzz. But look at the detail in here, especially that Simic writing and the marks in that piece. Love it. Okay, Simic writing is probably the most expensive piece in the collection because Simic writing. What am I saying? A Simic Echo. A Simic Echo is the name of the painting. Okay, a Simic Echo is about 20 inches by 30 inches, and I'm saying approximately because that probably doesn't include the frame, or it may include the frame, I don't recall. But the regular price for this piece, because of the frame and the mounting and so forth, is $1,900, the regular price. The sale price would be $1,500. So a Simic Echo that has a Simic writing in it. So again, great piece. Like I said, it's definitely my favorite piece. You know, each work of art that I create is very personal. It's very personal to me, and it's like you don't really want to get rid of these favorite pieces, but I don't have any more wall room to hang any more paintings, and I don't want to uh, remove a lot of paintings, so I, I, I just keep going. But I would rather have these paintings. I'd rather have them on your walls, whether it's in your home or your work environment. Rather have them on your walls than in storage. So with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to take my time about closing, and I hope you have a great evening. And I hope you find it in your heart to select one of these to put on your wall. In the meantime, this is Jerry Hardesty in my little studio in Salt Lake City. Hope you enjoyed the show. And until the next time, which, maybe just around the corner. So, anyway, have a great evening. Thanks for watching. And I will try to take this down. There we go.